Hi my friends, this is Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and my project today is a larger than a matchbox. In here I have a stretchy skeleton, one of these witch fingernails. I got these in a pack of 10 from the Target dollar spot. These I got from Walmart in a pack, I think, of 12 for $1. And also these here, I think I got a pack of 8 from Dollar Tree. So there's 3 little goodies and 3 little candy bars in here, the miniatures, and a peppermint patty. And they all fit in here. It goes back like that. The box itself measures 3 3/4 by 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. Alrighty. So what we used for this, I used the Dots Embossing Folder for the Highland Heather back here, and I used the Sweet Little Stockings doggy. I figured I would use him for a Halloween thing because I needed a little more variety. I used for the hat, I used Clever Cats. I used the Cutest Halloween stamp set for the sentiment, rectangle stitched dies for this, stocking dies for the doggy, and cute Halloween designer series paper, along with some black and white gingham ribbon. I will list all of the supplies and the measurements on my blog, which is linked below. Alrighty, and you can buy any of these products from Stampin' Up through me at the address at the top of the screen. Alright, this is what we need here. The DSP, we need one piece that is 2 3/8 by 3 3/8. We need 2 pieces that are 1 by 3 3/8. We need the smallest, I think it's the smallest. Well, it's the smallest, the only one. It's this rectangle that's kind of up here by itself. It is almost 1 3/4 by almost 1 1/4. All right, and this is Old Olive, so I used the rectangle stitch dies for that. We need a piece of Highland Heather that is 1 7/8 by 2 7/8, which I told you I embossed with the Dots Embossing Folder. We need a piece of basic black that is 2 by 3. We need a piece of basic white for stamping. And to make the box is 2 pieces. We need a piece of Old Olive that is 6 by 5 and a piece of pumpkin pie that is 9 by 3 5/8. Alrighty, so I'm going to get my Simply Scored, and we're going to work on the 9 by 3 5/8 piece first. And we're going to score it at 1 1/4, 3 7/8, 5 1/8, and 7 3/4. And that's the only side we're going to score on for the pumpkin pie. And for the 6 by 5 piece of Old Olive, we're going to score at 1 1/4 on all 4 sides. Okay. And now I'm just going to fold and burnish all the sides. Okay, this piece we don't need to cut at all. We do need to cut the 6 by 5 Old Olive. All right, and what we're going to do is put it with the longer side and landscape. I'm going to start on the bottom left, and we're going to go over to the first score line and cut it up to the first score line, and then wedge both sides of this square. Alrighty, we're going to turn it a 1/4 turn and do the same thing to the square at the corner. Cut to the first score line and wedge both sides. 1/4 turn to the first score line and take a wedge out of both sides, and the last 1/4 turn. Oops. Okay, and that's it. That's all the cutting for the whole box. Alrighty, now we need some tear and tape and I'm going to put 2 pieces on each. This is the back, the outside of the box. So I'm going to put a piece of tear and tape close to the score line and close to the edge on all 4 of these tabs we made. All right, and what we're going to do is we're just going to attach the tab right to this rectangle that's right next to us using, got a little bit of pumpkin pie on there, using the top of the tab, make it straight with the side of the rectangle. And we're just going to do that on all 4 sides. And I do it kind of around like that, instead of just doing tabs the same on each side, just so that each side of the box has a little bit of something holding on to it, instead of this just being the edge. See, if I did both of them this way, these 2 pieces would have nothing, but now they each get 1 attached to them. I don't know if you understood that, but that's why I do it. You could do it the other way too, but I find it just a little bit stronger this way. Okay, and that's our inside box. Now we want to take a small circle punch and just take a little partial circle out of both sides so that they can grab it from either side to pull it out, and it's not hard. Okay, so that's alrighty. All right, now for this part, what we're going to do is wrap it around, and then the final one will come over. So this is the piece, doesn't matter, it can be on either side. We're just going to put tear and tape on one piece, and I'm going to put one at the edge and one closer in. Oops, there we go. Now when you do this, bring it around, but don't squeeze it awfully tight. All right, so let's put our box, well, our box is actually going to be upside down like this for now. Bring it down, and then you're going to just attach. You can take the box out if you want. You don't have to do it with the box, but I like it because it makes it nice and sized exactly right. And then you can just push. Now these are a little bit, they're about 1/8 extra, and that's why it can push in and out well. Okay, so that's the whole box. Now we're going to do our DSP, and we need our 3 pieces and some liquid glue, and I'm going to put the piece that is 2 3/8 by 3 3/8 on the top. Just make sure where your seam is, it's down here, so we have it right. All right, and then the 2 sides, which are 1 by 3 3/8. Okay, and you can put one on the bottom if you want to. Alrighty, let me just make sure it's all sticking well. Good. All right, now we just need our basic white. And we're going to take Memento Black ink for the puppy face and hand and paws. Okay, and then I'm going to use some archival ink. We did have, it came in one of the paper pumpkins once, a Stampin' Up archival ink, but we don't have one right now. I hope they make it in a full-size pad and sell it, but we'll see. All right, just because sometimes I can't get this witch hat from Clever Cats to come all the way out, but you could always just use your Wink of Stella to move it around if it's not bad. And this is our Stampin' Pierce mat that is available. I believe it's $5. Okay, so now let's do our coloring, and we need light and dark Smokey Slate and dark Daffodil Delight. All right, I'm going to use the dark smoky slate first, and we're going to do just these side pieces by his eye. Okay, and then all the rest we're going to do with the light smoky slate. Okay, and for the buckle on the witch hat, I used dark Daffodil Delight. Alrighty, and I'm going to use the stocking dies to cut out the doggy, which I already have done, and I'm going to just quickly cut out the witch hat by hand. It's not too hard, there's not too much. Okay. Alrighty, and I forgot we need our stitched rectangle and the tuxedo ink, and we're going to put, you should put a smile on my face, and that is from Cutest Halloween. But you could put, well, any of the trick-or-treat ones or anything else on here if you wanted. And you could also put some little dog bones in here for the doggies that come around, which would be cute too. Alright, so now we need, this is the set that the Dots Embossing Folder comes out of. And I just put my piece of Highland Heather, which is 1 7/8 by 2 7/8 in this, and I run this through the machine, and you have an embossed backing, which I like. And then I'm just going to glue that right onto the basic black that is 2 by 3. Alrighty, and on this one I glued down this piece, but I think I'm going to pop it up this time, so we're going to use more dimensionals. So I'm just going to put dimensionals on the back of this, put it at the bottom, there we go, and then I'm going to put dimensionals on the dog also, and don't put it on the paws because that is what we're going to have hanging over. And then I'm going to put a dimensional up a little bit high on the hat and put a little liquid glue on the brim just in the middle so that it'll touch the dog head. And just place it on him. And there you go. That's cute. I love it. Alrighty. Now I'm just going to glue this onto the top. Make sure that's the bottom. Yep. And I'm just going to center it all around. Oops. Okay. And then I'm going to get my black and white gingham ribbon, and I'm just going to make a small bow, smallest bow I can. Alrighty, and then I'm just going to take some glue dots and put it right here. Well, actually just one glue dot because this is small. Just going to put it right on the corner of the Highland Heather. And I'm going to take some Wink of Stella, and I'm going to make the witch hat sparkly. And for the final touch, I'm going to add some cute stars adhesive backed sequins. I never remember that. But sometimes if I use the sticky stuff on these, the iridescent part pops off. So I'm going to take your pick tool over and get the little spatula. And I'm going to use the orange ones. I'm going to put one up here. One in the middle here. And one down. Oops. I forgot to put stuff in here, that's why there's nothing holding it. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate the time you spend watching my channel. And I would love it if you're not subscribed, if you would subscribe and hit the like button. And you can hit the notification bell if you want to find out when I upload any videos. All right, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. And my contact info is below. So have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.